Hello, YouTube. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about um, I'm going to talk about the upcoming sequel. I'm going to talk about the upcoming sequel to Joker. Joker. Joker Folie Deluxe, which hits theaters October 4th. Um, this movie is of course, it's, like I said, it is a sequel to Joker, to 2019's Joker. Um, and now when this got announced, I was first of all, I love the first one. Love the first one. Um, um, yeah. If you haven't seen my review of if you haven't seen my review of that, if you haven't seen my review of the first film, please check it out. Um, but yeah, no, when this got announced, I was very, very uneasy. Um, I was actually a little bit pissed off because when this got announced, I heard that it was announced that it was going to be a musical. Um, and I got very, very pissed off. Um, I got very, very pissed off at that. That's what they were going with. However, um, recent events have apparently proven otherwise because um, Todd Phillips, who is returning again, um, uh, to direct and write along with Scott Silver. Um, he has said that the musical thing is has been blown completely out of proportion. So, according to him, the movie there are musical segments in the movie, but it is not an overall musical, according to him. He said it is very much still in tone with the first movie. Um, now, you're probably asking, why am I doing this video? Well, a new trailer for a new trailer just dropped today for the movie, and I just finished watching it. And I'm not I'm not gonna lie, this is starting to become one of my most anticipated movies for this year. Um, a small part of me is still kind of worried about the musical aspect, but but if Todd Phillips is saying, if the director is saying, no, 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 that's not what we're doing. This, those, that was, that rumor got, blown out of proportion. That's not what we're doing. Um, then I will, then I will take it at face value for now. Um, um, Now the first movie, um, the first movie obviously was I was, I mean, I to say it was a massive success would be an understatement because it was just, I mean, I literally nobody expected the first movie to be as big as it was. I mean, it was, I mean, the first movie was, I mean, I like I can't even describe uh I can't even describe like how big of a deal it was. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix won the Oscar for Best Actor that year. It got nominated. It didn't win it, but it was nominated that year for Best Picture at the Oscars. Again, it didn't win it, but it was nominated. Um, and um, and then I think it also won the Oscar, I think, for Best Score. And maybe one other thing. I don't remember off the top of my head, um, but yeah. Um, Another thing, and Folie à means, I forget what language it's from, but it means madness for two. And the new addition that they're bringing into this movie, is, I'm sure most people have heard, um, by now. But if you're watching this and if you haven't heard, Lady Gaga is playing, Harley Quinn. And now, obviously, it's not, this is a different universe. This is, this is a different universe. Th- th- this is like the Black Label line of like movies, like the out of continuity, um, line of movies. And I'm not gonna lie. I dig her outfit, her costume design for um, for the movie. It's different, um, as it should be. I mean, but it's different. It's not, um, it reminds me a little bit of um, the classic, Harley Quinn, like it's the same color palette, but it's not the same. Excuse me. It's obviously not the same, outfit, but it is very much the same, color palette. Um, yeah, no, this movie, the first film, my biggest concern though really about this movie is, the first film was just, so low budget. And one of the reasons for that um Walter Hamada, who was head of DC Films at the time, who was head of DC Films at the time, um, kept lowering, the movie's budget, basically in an attempt to get the movie canceled, um, in an attempt to get the movie scrapped, and basically, in an attempt to get the movie canceled so it wouldn't get made. And but that ended up working in the movie's favor because the low budget, um, because the movie was so low budget, it ended up being, Um, people loved it. I mean, they loved, like Joaquin Phoenix's performance and like the atmosphere and the storytelling and just everything about it, just that very real, like realistic, um like tone. And with this one, Warner Brothers Discovery has spent literally, I think I said in one of my Superman, I think I said in one of my Superman videos, um I think I said in one of my Superman, um um I think I said in one of my Superman videos, Warner Brothers Discovery is literally like, I they're in like so much trouble right now financially. Like in the like if they don't start, um like, literally, like they could very easily be filing for bankruptcy, over the next couple to few years, because they're in so much trouble right now financially. I'm not saying, that that's definitely going to happen, but I'm saying, because they're in so much trouble right now, it's a very, very strong possibility. Um, and so they've been spending, like all this money on this. They've been spending, basically money that they don't even have on, um, on this movie. And if this movie fails, then it's gonna, repercussions are gonna be huge for them. Um, you know, re- uh, it's really gonna come back to bite them in the ass. Um, but yeah, no, I'm cautiously optimistic about this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I am really, really digging what the I do really, really dig what both these trailers have shown off. Um, and according to the test screening that happened, I don't know, like a couple of months ago or so, I know test screenings aren't really much to go by, because it's a test screening, so of course they're going to say positive things about it. But according to um, according to the test screenings, no, they're saying that this movie is unbelievable, and they're also saying Lady Gaga completely steals the show as Harley Quinn, which and given her performance and given how highly her performance was praised in A Star Is Born, I honestly, I don't doubt it. Like, I don't doubt that, I don't doubt, that she's phenomenal in this. Um, um, but yeah, no, this movie, from what I understand, from what the trailer said, it takes place 2 years after the first one. The majority of the movie, from what I understand, takes place in Arkham Asylum. Um, and it's kind of the stuff that I saw in the trailer, um, reminded it's kind of like a reverse of um of the first movie. Like, you have um like there's a scene in the trailer where you have Lady Gaga in full, like Harley Quinn, makeup and everything else. Um, um, going in, going into a, going into an elevator, um, with the same, with literally the exact same facial expression as Arthur did in the first movie, when he was getting into that elevator, um after he became the Joker. um and there was also, I shit you not, there's also they also recreated um the famous dance on the steps scene that Arthur did, after his, when he was, during the first movie, when he was embracing, his Joker transformation. Um, there's a shot in the trailer of both of them together, dancing on the steps. And, so I really, 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 really dig, um, like what this movie is trying to do. It's just a question of, whether or not they're going to be able to pull it off. I mean, it is Todd Phillips and Scott Silver. um you have all the, you have the two main guys, um back, from the first movie that made it, that made the movie what it was, um back for the sequel. So that's obviously, that's obviously a huge plus. um but yeah, honestly, we'll just have to play the waiting game for now, and just basically, like, wait and see, like, how it plays out. I mean, all the stuff that I've seen, it looks promising. Um it does look good. Like, I remember when the first trailer dropped and I was expecting it to be terrible. Again, after hearing it was a musical, and then the trailer dropped, and I remember being blown away by, um I remember being blown away by how much, by how much better it looked than I originally thought. Um but yeah, no, I'm I'm cautiously looking forward to this. Um Again, we'll obviously have to wait and see, what the official reviews are, when the movie drops. Um yeah, so we'll see. Um so let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Joker 2? Like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.